We have a tobacco section here in the Amber Museum because the new owners of this museum, it's a Dominican family who owns the oldest cigar factory in this country. That factory is called La Aurora. La Aurora has 120 years in the market, and we very proudly export to more than 98 countries in the world. So it's very important for us to show you how we do it. So these are the tobacco seeds. Look how tiny they are.
Oh wow, they're really tiny.
So this is why we need to use trays in the first 6 weeks. Once they reach around 15 centimeters, we take them to the field, and that is a month later over there. Of course, with a good soil, with a good treatment. So in 2 months, you're gonna have 2 meters, 2.5 meters. And in the third month, we start picking those leaves one by one from bottom to top. So once they reach around 40 to 50 leaves, they hang them like that to dry for 7 weeks. To make cigars, we only use from seco to ligero. Volado leaves, they are the closest to the ground. They are usually too damaged and contaminated with soil. So we use them as compost. Nothing goes to waste because tobacco seeds, they are really expensive. Around $4,000 to $5,000 US per ounce of a good tobacco seed. So we waste nothing. So for the cigars, we use from seco to ligero, right? So in seco, you will find combustibility. Diesel adds flavor and aroma. And here on top, we have ligero. Ligero, it's a word that in Spanish, it could mean light. But this is not the case. These are the strongest leaves on the plant. If you ever heard about a ligero cigar, please be careful. And if it's a double ligero, have a nice trip. It's that strong. So this is why we need to use different parts. So it burns good, it tastes and smells good, and also it has that nicotine strength that everybody's looking for when they are enjoying a cigar. So here in this wall, you will see different types of tobacco. Here in La Aurora, we not only use Dominican tobacco, we also import tobacco from Cameroon, Africa, from Indonesia, from Ecuador, Peru, from Nicaragua, from Brazil, from Colombia, from Cuba, and also from the United States. And this allowed us to have a more complex cigar through the smoke. So you will have different flavors and different aromas. So after we dry them, we collect everything and we go to a warehouse so we can ferment them for 6 months. So we make this kind of piles. Of course, it's done without this plastic, and they are way bigger and taller. This usually happens in our summertime. The only thing about this process is very important because this is when we remove the ammonia that is naturally in tobacco, and this is when we also start reducing the nicotine levels. But being all piled up, it produces heat. So much heat that it can burn everything down by itself. So take a look to this weather today. It's a little hot. It's still cold, but after 12:1 in the afternoon, it's getting super hot. In summertime, it's hell here. So this could reach up to 400 Celsius.
Oh, wow.
So this is why we need to move those piles around to give them some air, and in each layer we pour water to give them moisture control.
Let's explain the air poniente.
So small factories, they end the process here and they make the cigars. In our case, in La Aurora, we take those leaves to our factory, and then we use a big press to make bales like these ones. And we store to these bales for 4 years minimum. And after 4 years, if it's for a more premium cigar, we place them into rum barrels for 2 months minimum up to 7 years. And then so you can finally make a cigar. At the end of the day, from seed to the smoke, it takes us around 5 to 6 years just for a regular cigar.
Oh.
For a premium cigar, it could go up to 15 years. And for a super premium cigar, up to 20 years. It's like making good rum, good whiskey, good wine. It takes time for the aging process. It takes a lot of resources and a lot of skillful people, of course. Just to make one cigar, we need the help of more than 300 people.